Now, do I go... It says quest completion status failed. Continue. Do I then go back down the map, or do I have to try and redo it? I think that's it done and dusted. And we didn't get the mage, so the next fight's probably going to be even harder. What have we got? So we've got weapon abilities. This is Prince Tavius, and I want to spend some money on Battle Axe, because some of these abilities, when you get up here, I'm hoping these are, what do you call it, passive. Increases adjacent allies' hit point damage. I mean, that stuff's nice. Adjacent allies' penetration. Let's have that. And the longbow, which he does use. Penetration, accuracy, damage goes up. It does. It says increases penetration, accuracy, and hit point damage. Why does my accuracy go down then? Increases critical hit damage and accuracy at a cost to range. Range 0. I don't understand this. Let's just go with that. And this guy's also got a general ability. Yeah, we didn't do so well there, Indigo. I'm hoping the next fight's going to be a bit easier. What have we got? General ability. I think old Prince Tavius is going to end up being a I've got attack of opportunity. I have got it. Increases accuracy. Let's take that. Accuracy is always good. And this fellow, he was working up improved initiative, mobility, maybe pathfinding drills, mobility 6, increased dodge. Let's go with that. Weapons. He's my shortbow guy. He didn't get many points for that. He did get some magic points. Expel. Increases control for expel spells and drain spells. You want them both, I think. Let's go with that. Whoop, hang on. Don't change. Nice to have the emotes again. Oh, welcome back. Did you not have the emotes? You've always been a subscriber, haven't you? Did I miss a subscription notification? Did I miss something there? I haven't had a thing flash up. Sorry if I've missed something. Nothing come up in chat, has there? Let's see. Did I have... Oh, I have some ability points. I've got 1. Let's go dexterity. He is pretty good on that. Let's go agility then. Extra movement. Didn't pop up notification. I think I've got it open on here. Streamlabs. Oh, it does indeed say Indigo Desert 6 has subscribed. Thank you very much for the subscription. Half an hour ago. So, I was on stream half an hour ago, wasn't I? Yeah. So, sorry about that. I don't know why that hasn't. It should have done. It should have flashed up on screen, and I've got noise enabled, so I should have been able to hear it. I do apologise for that. If I miss any more chat, do let me know, please. Right, and then we've just got old Commander Herpes to improve. Yeah, he was... I thought he was slow. Let's add some strength. He needs strength. This is my tank guy. Weapons. He is going longsword, although I'm thinking axe might be good to get some points in. But let's just make this guy into a pure tank if we can. I need 9 points for those. That's a shame. He's got some spare shortbow ones. Archer's conditioning. Stalking method. Causes attacks to apply daze at the cost of accuracy. Let's go with that. I don't think he's going to be big on shortbow. And he's also got general shield. This is what we're working in here. This is good. Increases armor class whilst using a shield. And this one causes attacks to apply mobility damage while using the shield. We want both of those. Good. Okay, we are done there. Spellcrafting on him. you have a bit more to spend, I'm not going to bother. I don't like the idea of having to upgrade all my spells after every single conflict. We only got one left before we get to the castle where we're going, so let's go and hope that this is easier. While it's not marked in Paldir's log as a point of interest, Lankara is one of the largest trade hubs on the eastern side of the Attiran continent, and our direct neighbour of Elisorn, where we are headed. If we took the time to visit the local markets, we might be able to put an ear to the ground and gather more insights as to the goings-on of the world at large. My princess! Sorry, that wouldn't make any sense. My princes, take a look. There's a Bracati fissure, a doorway to the other world. I don't think we want to be going to the other world in our state. It's beautiful. And dangerous. The Bracati that feed Magarite into our world come from these fissures. I'd hoped you would both be older and more prepared before I take you to one, but here we are. We must investigate. We cannot make so many deviations from our path, Quintes. Bracati do not stay in our world for long. If anything, let the Red Guards... It's likely they're all dead, Your Highness. Without the Red Guard to deal with the Bracati, others may fall prey to the creature. Additionally, we risk letting the Magarite fall into rebel hands. So that's just remind me. Let me just go back into game capture here. Which should. You might get a black screen for a minute. You should catch up. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. Thank you very much. Don't know why your subs never pop notifications, and it's totally fine. Do you have it set to... because you can subscribe anonymously. I know you can follow anonymously. I think you can subscribe anonymously in your Twitch settings. Just if you're worried about it, just take a look. But if it affects all the channels you subscribe to, that might be why. High Commander Quintes Agrippa. By the mothers! Ha! Dimwits! Thought they could deal with it themselves. Well, I would not discount their efforts entirely. The beast is wounded to the point that it will be unable to travel back to its own world. We must put it down, but beware of these beasts are dangerous, even one as young as this one. Stay close.
It will be my honor.
So who've we got? Someone's tried to wound this... What the hell is that? Okay, who've we got? We've got Longbow Larry here. So if I just move into that position there... Can I shoot him? He's getting too much cover from that. Step forwards. Easier. 30% chance to hit. I'd say it's hardly worth it. If I move there, that's the end of my go. Let's try it, though. Smack! Miss. You definitely need to be up front tanking this one. I've no idea what sort of health this thing has.
What a crown!
Let's switch that on.
A wise decision, sire.
You might be as well just going up here.
Tactically sound.
And shooting it from there. That'll do. Have I got... I don't have a full movement point to activate that ability, so let's shoot it. Well, that's not bad. That's... I can do some hurt to this thing. I think that's me done. We've got to kill them and make sure everyone survives. Otherwise, this is a fail. Oh, that hurts. I didn't realise that thing would have some ranged attack. It has multiple attacks. Okay. And it looks like I'm frozen. Well, let's quick step over there. It's still getting flipping cover. That's its movement point gone. It's not in cover from that tiny little bush over there. Let's shoot it. I think that just upset it. I think Fred here needs to get in close combat with this thing. And I can't get all the way in, so let's... Oh, I can get all the way in, but I can't hit it. He's on 100% to hit here. Let's just move. Let's trigger that. 100%. Come on, 3 shots. That reckless volley skill is excellent. We should be able to do this okay. He says. Right, Fred hits it. Smack. Fred steps away. Fred, defender stance. Fred's going to be good. Was that really an attack of opportunity, or was it just some ongoing damage thing? You thought that thing was asleep? I wish it was. It's seriously dangerous. Sidestep away from that bush. Now shoot him. It's still getting cover. I think we've got it though, so I think we're going to be good. You pass. It should be my go now. 100% chance. I'm gonna do this anyway. Boom. Got it. Okay. Yay, skill points. I think this game is actually quite tough. I do feel like the odds are stacked against you. That was a tough scrap, boys. Well done. This one may be just a pup, but the Magarite inside is still worth a fortune. That's what I like to hear. Now let me show you how to cut into the abdomen to extract it. By all means, Quinties, get in there. I'd like to keep my armour free of guts, thank you very much. How about you, Prince Tavius? Care to learn a thing or two? Of course, some of us aren't afraid to dirty our hands a little. Father always said, practice is the pursuit of greatness. Mother always said, he who dirties his hands denies himself dessert. And I do much like my dessert. No, sod that. Let's get our hands dirty. So, of course, some of us aren't afraid to dirty our hands. Very well. Watch and learn. Quest outcome. Flawed Spirit Magarite. Nice. That's another thing I can use for casting spells, so that's good. Meanwhile, the rest of the map changes hands. And we continue on our very slow march to this place. Mr. Fester, these kind of games should be on mobile. Would be perfect for it. I could see that working, actually. I mean, the mobile graphics are capable of this easily. But as soon as you put a game on mobile, it normally gets filled to the brim with microtransactions. I mean, what would you buy on here? What would they do? Would they put, like, timers on so that you can't do a next quest until you've bought the crystals to reset the timer or something? I've travelled through the markets in Lankara before. Merchants, bards, and the like flock there to gossip and trade. And you want us to make like hens and join the flock? Ah, Prince Levin. We'll need to muzzle that snark before we go. Let me do the talking. I am well versed in their vernacular. More so than the two of you, I reckon. If you say so, Quinties. Come, Tavius, let us see how the other side supposedly lives and talks. This guy's a right arrogant shit. I don't like him. Quiet down. Here comes a gaggle of rowdy peasants. Hello there. What brings men in such fine armour to our humble roads this day? A bit of drink, a bit of bread, and a bit of gossip, if you'll share them. Well, let's see. The town harlot, Beatrice. I think we need to go and see Beatrice. Just upped her prices, but she's still worth it if you like and plump, I say. Oh, and just in case you're a lot of deaf and blind, the old king is dead. There's a new king sitting pretty in the south, and there's a good bounty on them fancy helmets of yours. Ah, and a bit more gold if the head's attached. A new king, a usurper, open your eyes, fool, and behold the heirs of Attiras. Kneel down and make true your vows of fealty. Let's say nothing. The helmets we can sell. The heads I'm rather fond of keeping. What say you to a round of drinks? On us and our heads. That's a bloody decent thought coming out of that shiny head of yours, but it's probably best we part ways and do our drinking. Separate like, eh? But we'll take that drinking money, though. By the mothers, you filthy gurra turds are rude. Let's do this. You'll have nothing from us, and you'd best be kneeling down in mercy if you know what's best for you. That's probably not the way to quell an angry mob. Oh, ho, 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 ho! This one's got a mouth on him. With all your kind dying to ours out there, I reckon the 10 of us here... Crap. We'll be collecting that bounty in just a bit. Come on, then. 10 against 3. Oh, God, this is going to be bad. Yeah, I could see you... If this was on mobile, I could see you having to buy lives, purchase resurrection scrolls to continue, send a raven to the Red Priestess to get revived, and offer a kidney to the Lord of Light, all for the starter pack price of $19.99. Oh, you've got to muzzle that snark, Prince Levin. Of course, Tavius the Loud doesn't get a scolding when he mucks it all up. I don't think I had an option there. I'm pretty sure that was going for a robbery. Yes, my humblest of apologies, Prince Levin, but what's done is done. Draw your weapons, we're at it again.
We are yours to command.
Oh, are they coming in one at a time? Good. Right, we've got half a chance of doing this then. 51% to shoot. Right,
As
move up.
Wish.
It's still 51%. Getting cover behind a tree.
Taking
That was clever. Smack! If these are just peasant rabble, we could probably cope with these. Guy with a big sword. Move up. I can get in and hit him. Smack! That's much more like it. quick move forward. We're going to go for... Oh, I've moved, so I can't use that. I am a fool. What have we got on the back? Too far. 100%, 100%. Let's do that one. That's nice. I could have got a kill there. I'm so gutted. Let's move out onto the flank over here. So we've got range on everything.
Sire.
I think 24%. His to hit is awful. Is it because that tree's in the way? Yeah. The thing I was using for cover also works against me. So that sucks. But let's finish one off if we can. Quite a nice shot. Move up. We're going to take the war to these guys. Missed. Personally, you can't see the enjoy in mobile gaming. You also prefer games with a good story. What mobile games lack. I've never seen a mobile game that's worth playing. I've just never seen one that even looks remotely enjoyable. Can I get in here? I don't think I can. Yes, I can. Smash! He's on too much. 60%. If I miss, though... No, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to... I'll trigger that. So that's my move. And then... Blah. He's going to get in. Double attack. Nasty. 73%. Let's move up a bit, see if it helps. Well... Miss, of course. I think he's going to be better off as a tank, and I should probably get rid of that longbow. You just hit him. I thought it said 10 of us. It did say 10 of us, didn't it? But only 3 came at me. What do we get? Some superior short swords. Daggers. A mithril short sword. Exceptional steel. Oh, hang on. I should be looking at the damage to these things. Daggers, not so much, but that one with 240 potential damage. Well, I'll take that and sell the remainder. And see what that does. Were we not going to a market? It said there was a market. Right, so I've got Superior Steel Battle Axe, 80 to 180. And my tank, who's this guy, is using Superior Adamantium Longsword. Well, that's good. Got a nice Great Axe. Well, I say nice. It doesn't actually do a lot of damage. I don't know when I get to sell this stuff either. Which is kind of annoying. Steel Short Sword of Minor Crippling, 50 to 210. 110 to 200. Does a lot more damage. I know the axe gives me various bonuses. Steel Battle Axe, 50 to 150. Well, that's better. Steel Shield of Minor Ice. Superior Steel Shield. 1 to 10%. 1 to initiative damage plus 4. Let's just... Oh, hang on. It's there. Steel Great Axe of Minor... No, these aren't doing an awful lot. He's got quite good magic powers, this guy. This is my magic dude. This is 10 bonus, 2 spells. And this is the same. Well, I guess I can make him... His longbow's not that great. So let's make him into... No, let's just make him into... Yeah. Switch that over. He's going to be a magic user by default. And then switches to tank weapons when stuff gets close. I think that's going to make sense. We're going to have to spend some money working up the magic. But let's get some... Oh, he's got 2 ability points. Excellent. Dexterity. Better initiative. I think we'll have him on endurance just for hit points. Because he is I think I'll make him like into a bit of a paladin. Close range, dangerous, heavily armored. That's the plan. He's got more points to spend. Let's go up the battle axe tree. Wild Cleave increases attack, additional targets, and causes attacks to apply agility damage at a cost to armor class. Well, it hits one extra. I don't know whether that's a good thing to have. Increases adjacent allies' penetration. Let's go for that for now. And Reaver training increases critical hit chance at a cost to dodge. I don't think I'm going to be dodging very much for this fella. Increases attack additional target and causes attacks to apply bleeding at a cost to hit damage. So, looks like I do less damage. I don't know that. Oh, I'd have to level it up. Let's see what happens. I'm just going with this. Let's see where it goes. Tick that. Longbow, which he's probably not going to use much now. Put that in. He might come back to it. We never know. General ability. God, there's so much of this to do. Shield, which he will be using. Let's do that. And that was quite good. We need to look at his magic. Where's his spell casting? So drain. The expel. What should we put on? I think we should probably put a healing spell on this. Spirit. What? Heals. Oh, there we go. Heals hit point damage and removes bleed. Increases hit chance, decreases dodge. Don't like any of them. So let's just have a healing spell, which is kind of for emergencies. Empower. We just spend it on spell power. Strength, width, strengthen. Excuse me. Spell effect +2. Triggered. Spell effects are initially dormant and will be activated when zero... Oh, no, I don't like the idea of that. Persistence. Spell effects duration. The duration is counted by the caster's phases. I don't think I can make it so it lasts multiple heals, like a heal over time. I don't think that would work. Following selective casting, delay, virus. Spell effects will copy themselves to adjacent squares which contain a valid spell target. Now I could see that one being fun. Ephemeral. I don't think we need to worry about this with a healing spell. Duration, spell duration, duration. No, it doesn't have a duration. This is instant. So we've got spell effect power +3 and spell effect power +2. Well, surely the +3 is better. Strengthen. Costs 2. It still costs 2. Heals 61. Heals 86. What if I do that one? That heals 105 versus 116. Well, let's just put it up there then. I've got it up to 37. Oh, I see. And then these are... Right, so these are extra ones, just a bit cheaper. So that's going to heal 216 hit points. Let's confirm that. Yep. And then we need a drain one as well. Hey, Silent Tool. Forged of Blood. What's this? It is it's like a squad-based tactical combat turn-based RPG. A bit like the XCOM series. But this is set in like fantasy RPG setting. Similar to Dungeons and Dragons sort of rules. Similar, but with a way different magic system. The weapon systems, I think, is fairly similar. But there's a big overarching story behind it, of which I haven't got my head around yet. We are the twin heirs to the throne. The king's dead. And at the moment we're fleeing. And I think the idea is to then try and take back the kingdom from the rebels afterwards. But we'll see how this goes. It's a curious game. It's pretty difficult. Right, so we need a drain spell. What we want is just random attribute damage. Attract. Decreases hit chance during attacks of affected characters. That might be good. Causes affected characters to turn invisible until the end of their turn. Causes hit point damage. Just a good old blast. I like that. Yeah, this is the magic system we're looking at now. It's really in-depth. You basically create your own spells and you can swap them in and out. The way you do it is you have a magic stone equipped and you can, in between battles, you can change the spells on them. You can switch them for other stones. You can play with the effects, whether it's area of effect, duration, instant damage, secondary effects, attribute damage. It's the sort of thing that you'd need like to sit down and someone really needs to make a calculator or a spreadsheet for so you can work out what's the best way to do it. It's a nice idea, but it's quite a lot to get your head around at the start. I don't want a random spell effect, that's bad. Attribute bleed. No effect? Why would you put a spell with no effect on? Let's go for Xeno. Let's just go for hit point damage on this. The other thing, is this is why you have to have two different spells. You have a drain spell and an expel spell on each stone. Is that once you've cast a drain spell of whatever type you've made, you have to cast a spell of the other type to balance it out before you can cast this one again. It's how the system works. I suppose it stops you spamming the same attack all the time. This one is just doing hit point damage. I'd love to do something different on this. But I'm tempted just to go just purely focus until we let's just strengthen it up then. It's currently doing 78 damage, which doesn't sound like a lot. But as you win battles with weapons equipped, you get skill points to spend in them to make them better. So, and this is probably going to be more for a secondary healing sort of thing as well. Let's go with that. Just for want of a better idea. All right, let's level this guy up. Also, you have to level up after nearly every single battle, which it does get a little bit tedious, I have to say. I will add... This is my ranged fella. Let's go with dexterity. No, let's go with agility. Some extra movement points to get him in range might be more useful. And his short bow, which he's getting pretty damn good at. I like that reckless volley. That is so good. So it's getting... At base, it gets what? It gets 2 extra attacks. If I level it up, it still gets 2 extra attacks. But it does not make sense as to how much damage it does. It's hard to read what that's supposed to do. So knockback and endurance damage, that'd be good. Should I save up for that? Requires careful aim. Oh, so I have to go up the other. I have to go up the other tree. I don't like the other tree. That's a shame. Causes attacks to apply daze at the cost of accuracy. Accuracy is too good. Increases initiative, hit point damage, and crit. Let's go with that. Let's just boost it up. Tick. And magic stuff. What have we got? Increases initiative. Well, that's always good. Increases Magorite control for drain spells. The expel spells, that's the healing stuff. And these are... It's just so complex. Extra initiative, just for an extra 4. That's fine. Apply that. General abilities. Mobility, shield, combat stance. Combat stance increases resistance. I'm usually moving. Hardiness. Resilience training. Increases fortitude and reflex. Let's just have that. That's just a general buff. That's quite good. And one more guy. This is my tank fella. He's got a... he's got 2 points to spend in shield. So let's get this up. Can I get Guardian's training? Increases armor class of adjacent allies that also have this ability while using a shield. That's not so good. Increases armor class of adjacent allies whilst using a shield. Yes. Keep the tanks together and that'll be good. Increases adjacent allies' accuracy. Nice. So these, if I have my tanks together now, they're going to be like buffing each other. Hopefully quite a bit. Take a look at his Character sheet. He's got 1 point. Let's go strength. Tick. Let's go weapon ability. See, he gets points in his short bow just for having it equipped as a secondary weapon, even though he didn't actually use it, which is kind of useful. I should probably put something more useful on there, like a battle axe, so we can get some, in case I pick up a really nice axe somewhere. Maybe a great axe. That might not be a bad idea. I don't think he's going to start using the short bow very much, so he can have reckless folly anyway, just because that's fun. And we should probably level that up too. Can I get that more? Yes. Okay. Nice. He's not using it, but it would make him better. Does he have anything else to spend? How do we get to the character sheet? Let's put steel short sword of minor crippling. No, he's got a better sword there. I think he's got good armor. Steel medium armor. What should I have as a secondary weapon then? Should I go for a great axe? Great axe of minor ice, 50 to 250. No, because it does less damage than the fancy sword he's got. So that's that. What about steel short sword of minor crippling, 50 to 210. I guess it's some useful skills maybe? I don't know. I wonder if I would get double the points if I put the same weapon in the secondary slot. I would suspect not. Let's go with this great axe, 50 to 250. That's the one. It's a fairly big hit. He'll just build up some points in it. So I don't intend for him to use it because his sword's better, but it will get points building up in there. That guy's equipped with a bow and some magic, and he's got some magic and an axe and a shield. Right, we are ready. And I think this was our goal to get to. This was the mission. This is supposed